Prompting 101. Okay, good things to do when prompting. Add lots of context. So just tell it, info dump on it. Give it a lot of information around the problem and the thing you're trying to solve and the question you're trying to ask. The more information you give it, the less it has to make up on its own, the more you're going to reduce those hallucinations. Asking for multiple responses can be good. Say, give me 10 answers to this question instead of just one answer. Asking it to explain its reasoning before providing an answer is a big one. So a lot of times people want to say, give me the answer and then explain your reasoning. This doesn't really work for these types of models because, like I said, they're giving you a response word by word. They do the first word first, and the second word second, and the third word third. So if you ask for the response first, it has to use all of its brain and all of its compute power immediately to get that answer. And then the explanation of the reasoning is just something after the fact to provide you with more insight. If you do it the other way, you ask it to provide its reasoning first, it can actually use that time and that text to think about its answer and come up with a better answer. So it's been shown that if you do reasoning and then answer, you get a lot better answers in general than if you ask for the answer first and then the reasoning. So a very small thing but can make a big difference. You can ask it to do a web search. If it's giving you information that's outdated or that you think is wrong, just say, do a web search. And it'll go and search the internet and find the most recent information, including examples. So if you're asking it to generate a quiz, and you have a quiz that you really like that you just gave last week, put that in there and say, make this new quiz look like this old quiz. Make it in the same style, ask the same kind of questions. Testing and retrying. If your first time you ask a question or do a prompt doesn't work, don't give up. Usually, if you keep prodding it and you just say, hey, I didn't like this because, or hey, can you add this, and you try multiple times, you're going to get a much better answer. Okay, things to avoid. Being too vague. Don't just say, write a test. Or don't just say, write a test about biology. Get specific. The more specific you are, the better a job it's going to do. Don't ask for too many things at once. Right? If you ask for a whole bunch of things all in one prompt, it's going to do a worse job than if you ask for thing 1, let it answer, thing 2, let it answer, thing 3, let it answer. Another key point I want to mention, don't use the same chat window for everything. Right? If you open up a chat, have it focused on one topic. Once you want to ask a question outside of that topic, open up a new chat, because it takes all the context of your previous information and includes that as part of the sequence to determine what it's generating next. So starting with a clean state will be better for different topics than just putting everything all in one.